It's Thursday and I haven't milked my cow since Tuesday. I've been away, had a little break from milking. I'm excited to get back at it. I miss milking my cow. Milk time, Clover. Where are you, girl? Marius milked mornings while I was gone and a friend milked evenings. And I was interested to see what Marius would say about milking Clover because he's never milked her before. He's milked lots of cows, lots of times, never milked Clover. He noticed right away that two of her teats are way firmer and way harder to milk. She's got a very firm udder. I'm hoping this means longevity for her udder. She's got a nice tight udder.
Message 7:01 p.m.
Yeah, good evening. The old man around here in Evelyn. Wonder what time you're coming tomorrow. Because we got other things to do. Okay? Let me know. If you please, over and out.
Love you too. So some of my milk jars, the lids aren't very good. So I put saran wrap over top so that I can still use those jars. Otherwise, the jars are no good. Or if they smell a little pickly. Otherwise, I have to put a lot of effort into de-pickling them. And I do it, I just get tired of doing it. Because we seem to amass a lot of pickle jars. Recently we've been given a pile of jars, which is awesome, but de-pickling them takes time. I better call Grandpa back. I actually don't know what time I was going to visit them tomorrow, so I guess I better figure out what time I'm going to visit Grandma and Grandpa. Marius tells me I need to go through eggs for water glassing again. Since May we didn't have a surplus of eggs, but we're back into a surplus again. So it's technically called liming, not water glassing. What is it? Calcium hydroxide lime mixed with water. Three Rivers Homestead. She's got a whole video on her YouTube channel on it, but I have it up to, well, you can kind of see the level in there. And I'm not going to fill it with more lime today. I'm just going to fill it with eggs, and then once the bucket gets full, I'll top it up the rest of the way. So you want clean, unwashed eggs. If there's something on there like that, I'll see if I can easily pick it off, and this one doesn't want to easily pick it off, like I'll just brush it on my shirt. And if I can clean it off just by brushing it on my shirt, then I'll put it in there. Other than that, we just want only perfectly clean eggs. That one just had a bit of shavings on it. And this preserves the eggs, and then putting them in our root cellar makes them last even longer. So these should last like a good year. So this winter when we're low on eggs, that one's no good. I think I actually need to go through my smaller bucket first so that I have... So I probably have a couple hundred eggs so far in storage. And that's exciting because there's always a point in winter and spring where we don't have many eggs. We did try also this year. We hatched chicks really early in the year, so the pullets should hopefully lay early in the year. They should lay before winter, and they should lay well in winter because of this. So hopefully we won't have quite such a drop off of eggs this winter, but I should call Grandpa and Grandma. I just got off the phone with them. This is Mare's grandparents, and we're gonna go there for lunch tomorrow. But I should see if they want any eggs.
Hello.
Hi, Grandma. It's Kate again.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Do you need any eggs?
Sure.
We have lots of eggs. Marius would love me to bring you some eggs.
Okay. I'll buy them from you.
No, we'll just give them to you. We got major excess.
Oh, it would be very nice.
Okay.
Because I think we used the last eggs that we had in the fridge today.
Perfect. I'll bring you... How many do you want?
Oh, whatever.
Well, I bet you Marius has 10 dozen extra.
Oh, I'll take 5.
Okay, I'll bring you eggs tomorrow.
Okay, love.
Sounds good. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Perfect. I actually have no idea how many dozen extra Marius has. He said he had a lot of dozen extra though, so looks like I'm bringing 5 dozen to Grandma. Marius's grandparents did a lot for their family. When he was young, his dad was injured in a falling accident and couldn't work very much for about 5 years. And he's a tree faller. And now that Marius and I have lots of abundance ourselves, something we really have been trying to do is share that with his grandparents. They don't need money, but they really appreciate good food. So I'm going to bring him honey tomorrow too. I'm going to bring bread and butter to go with lunch. Grandma's just about blind, so she doesn't really bake or cook much anymore. But she's really excited that we're coming over. This is what it looks like now. You can see the liquid level down there. And once the bucket is maybe one more layer only, I'll fill it up with a mixture of 1 ounce of the calcium hydroxide to 1 liter of filtered water. I use the Berkey water. Grabbed a crate Am I in focus? There we go. I'm heading down to the big garden. I know there was at least one head of cauliflower that needs to be picked. I'm sure there's more things hiding. The kids told me they have been picking stuff, and Mare's mom was here well, she was here yesterday and today. 3 half days a week. She is like a nanny babysitter for us so that Marius and I can work without one of us needing to be on the kids, and that's been a really awesome blessing for our family. We are paying her, but for them to get to spend so much time with their grandma, who they call Bubba, it's pretty fun. Anyways, they told me they sent stuff home with Bubba to deal with. If you remember from previous garden videos, etc., we are growing brassicas, so broccoli, cauliflower, cabbages, for Marius's parents as well, because they have clubroot disease, so they can't grow them. So I kind of just go back and forth between, like, we do some for our freezer and then I give some to them. And sounds like a truck is slowing down, and I bet you that's Mare's friend Mark. Can you see him pulling in there? He's a mechanic and he lives just down the road, and our truck is not happy. Our truck is very, very not happy. Actually got home and handed Marius the keys and said, I'm not driving this truck again. It vibrates, it rumbles, it rattles. I went through the McDonald's drive-thru for an iced coffee and it was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Plus the way it rattles, I don't feel comfortable. So, we have made it to the garden. And let's see if the little piggies are out and about, because they're so cute. I've got a couple of broccoli plants. We feed them all to the pigs. And let's see if we can lure Mama Pig out of the house, and then the piglets will follow her. Those are our young females that are getting butchered a couple weeks. The boar is back there. We're gonna keep him. Breed the sow at least one more time. Mama Pig's in here. I dropped him for her. She's not taking the bait. Come on, Emma. Hey, pig, 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 pig. 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 Come on, pig, pig, pig. Come on, Emma. Do you guys know the documentary that my kids named Emma after? We got her soon after they watched that documentary. Emma had 8 piglets last week. And they all lived. It's her first litter of piglets. Oh, come on, piglets. You come follow your mama out. We couldn't believe they all lived and that she had 8. Pretty amazing for a first-time mama pig. Oh, they're in bed for the night. They're not going to come out. My camera died and I'm not going back for another battery, so we're gonna go on the phone, which works just fine too. So this end we have these broccoli plants down here. Did not like the soil, but they also were planted a lot later. So we only have a couple zucchini plants because we just really don't need that many. Got lots of cabbages coming on, which is awesome. We want to make lots of kraut. A couple cucumber plants, which actually are actually producing, which is really amazing. Because where we live, cucumbers are not a given. You can very much not get them at all. I got a couple plants here that someone took the cauliflowers, so probably my mother-in-law. But the plant didn't get pulled out, so I'll pull those out and feed them to the pigs. Whole pile of Brussels sprouts in there, and then at the back is broccoli that was planted sooner. Looks like the peas need to be picked again already. And guys. Green beans! This is very exciting. The last 2 years, we get frost before I get to pick green beans. So I'm very, very excited that we got green beans. Because I had to reseed some green beans because they got eaten by mice, I some are ready and some are not. So I have to go through and see what's ripe. Look at those spaghetti squash. There's a good few in there and they are huge. It's hard to show really how huge they are. Carrots are looking amazing. I had to kick the kids out of the carrots today. I'm like, guys, please, I want some to make it to winter. Eat the things that don't preserve easily, right? The carrots you can put in the root cellar. Eat the peas. So many peas. So many peas. Okay, I got my crate here. I also got some broccoli plants to throw to the pigs. It looks like there is some broccoli to pick as well. And I'm gonna pick more kale for drying. Freya planted some zinnias along here. I'll have to tell her her zinnias are coming up. That's pretty cute. So what I'm looking for is let's see, show you an example of, there's some broccoli that's like still a really nice tight little head, and this one's starting to get looser, like it might flower. That's what I pick. That one still looks nice and tight. We're gonna leave that. This one's not looking so great, so we're gonna pick that, and I just snap it off. There we go. I told Mary, so I just gotta go check the garden quick. Huh. Yeah, it never happens like that. For cauliflower, I let them grow till I start to see like this, and sometimes you'll see a little bit of purple. And that's when it's time to pick it before it loses its integrity. Depending on how long Mark stays, depending on how long Mark stays, we're supposed to have a date night tonight. But it's probably already like 8:15, 8:30 right now. Thinking that's not gonna happen. I've got broccoli, cauliflower, kale, a handful of beautiful green beans. And I might just take some potatoes quick here because I told Mark I would send him home with some potatoes. Every good Dutchman loves their potatoes. Oh yes, look at these beautiful red potatoes. Better get myself a bucket. We planted this row specifically for early eating and sharing. We can grow more potatoes than we can eat, and there isn't really a market for selling eating potatoes, but we do sell some seed potatoes in the spring, and it also just brings us great joy to give potatoes away. And most people don't grow an early variety of potatoes. So even our friends that do grow potatoes, they're not digging them yet. So we send them home with potatoes. Holy Dinah. There's a lot of potatoes on this one plant. Oh, there's a seed potato. Oh, now I'm stealing into the next plant. We have potatoes in the house, so we don't need any potatoes. There's one plant worth. That's probably 6 or 7 pounds of potatoes off of one plant. Sometimes I wonder why my feet never look nice. I don't have to wonder very long. It's because I do this in bare feet. Up here I have some much later planted. There's cauliflower and such. I'm not sure how it's going to do. Cabbage looks good. These June bearing strawberries in these 3 rows did hardly anything. They're getting torn out and replaced with ever bearing, which are doing amazing. Oh, there is some little broccoli coming on, and these they're just planted later, so I didn't know what they're gonna do. I thought you were sleeping, buddy.
Yeah, so did I. I thought Rowan was asleep too, but she isn't.
I'm gonna head inside. I'm not gonna count on being able to hang out with Marius. Most likely him and Mark are gonna drink a beer and shoot the breeze. And I'm gonna go to bed. Maybe I'll get the kale into the dehydrator, but either way, this is over and out.